Sorry, that is the wrong score. This is the wrong score. That is the right one. There we go. There we go. Oh, looks like someone on Rogue is AFK. There we go. They're all back. Rogue versus Envy. This is the 3v3 round. This will be the first RLCS team to qualify for Fusion through the winner bracket. But who's it going to be? My money's on Rogue because I saw Firstkiller and Turinturo play a bunch of twos together. They look very, very dangerous in that matchup. I think I would give Firstkiller the edge over Rels in the 1v1 as well. And 3v3 could go either way. So yeah, Rogue got to be the favorites here, but definitely not an easy matchup for them here. Envy have got a well-rounded roster as well, and that is why it's not a surprise to see them making a run this far in the tournament. Also, yeah, can you guys update me? Can you tell me, is CJ going to be streaming that upper bracket matchup, the one that Cloud9 would have been playing if they won? Is he following Team Meteor now? I'm not sure 100% of his plans, because I think his original plan was to follow Cloud9 in the winner bracket, but they lost, so I don't know if he's changing his plan now. But yeah, let me know what CJ is doing, what Leaf is doing, so I can, update, so I can keep on talking about that as much as I can, so that new viewers have a chance to know where matches are going to be played. That was the plan. Yeah, Savage, I mean, it's just the truth. It's not Savage. This was the plan. CJ was planning. Like, I saw the casting schedule. He was planning to cast the Cloud9 games. But Cloud9 lost, so now they're not playing for another hour, so CJ's probably going to cast something else. Leaf is doing SSG Mirage. Fantastic. Great stuff, man. Thanks for letting me know. That is also what I expected. Yeah, I just want to really quickly, before we get deep into this series, say another thank you to all of you guys who have been watching, supporting the streams, and getting hyped, getting everybody to tune in. And also for all the ridiculous amount of people who have subbed today. I don't know how many subs we had at the start of the day, but I think we might have increased the channel subs by like 50% today alone. And I don't even have alerts on, so it's absolutely insane. Can't thank you guys enough. I know, it's just really cool to see the response to this tournament, because I really wanted to make this as good as possible. Worked very hard on it. And yeah, it's really fun to see it finally come together. And a lot of teams are playing some great Rocket League. That is a bit of a fortunate dunk by Crow, but look what he's done afterwards. He just spanks Atomic into the net. And that is a 1-0 lead for Rogue. Leaf may not continue. Is Leaf running out of steam as well? Gotta say, I'm delighted to have so many of these casters be willing to come on and stream some of the other matches in their channels, but they're all falling over like daisies now. We're going to be the only ones here by the end of it all. I also wanted to check, can you guys keep an eye on Dazzer in stream as well, because I think he was also thinking about going live for the final 2 rounds here. Not sure what he was planning to stream though, if that is the case. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on his channel. Sadly, C9 lost. Yeah, I'm aware. I saw the last match. It was a good 1v1 actually between Squishy and Sharp. I think Squishy kind of threw at the end. He had some very questionable decisions, but up until then he was playing a smart game. The real turning point for me in that match was when Squishy tried to score an air dribble bump, Sharp saved it, and then Sharp literally just went to the other side of the field and air dribble bumped Squishy. He was like, oh, you wanted to do this? Yeah, this is how you do it. Like, that was the moment for me where there was no comeback. Like, Sharp literally took Squishy's attempted shot and scored it for him. So, pretty big mental win there. But yeah, Squishy's definitely competitive in ones. I think if they play him in all their ones matches from now, they're going to have a really good chance of winning a bunch of them. But we'll see. I don't know if he maybe doesn't feel confident after that match that we just saw. Nice, another good bump goal here. Look at this off the ball play by Envy. Just Atomic flying off the back wall, clapping the Rogue goalkeeper, and that's 2 goals now, with both teams having a big bump play to set them up. The counter air dribble bump was hilarious. Yeah, it was definitely, for me, the big moment of that match. I mean, I think it was the second air dribble bump that Squishy attempted that game, and both of them failed. Now, I don't know if... oh, get out of here. Rels, how's he got another touch on this? Hold that thought. Look at this by Rels. Did he get bumped in this? He just followed that all the way. That is absolutely ridiculous. How does Rels get another touch on this ball? I have no idea. I mean, the ball took a huge deflection. I think Rels' car took a deflection off the challenge, and he still got there. Didn't just get a piece of it, put it on target in the corner. That is disgusting. Rels pulling Envy back into this one and then putting them in front as well. You know, Rogue, I think, have the edge in the 2s and the 1s in this series. 2s less so, but it's up to Envy to put the pressure on them, take the W in 3s, get a good start here. Envy with Rels look really good. I mean, personally, I'm not surprised if that's the case, because I do really rate Rels as a player. I think right now, what a lot of teams lack in 3v3 is that guy who could just go in and mess the other team up. And Rels is really good at just messing the other team up. He's one of the best players in the NA scene right now at playing that role. A lot of the older teams, the older style of Rocket League was very hands-off, gentleman's, game of 3v3 where we don't bump each other, we don't steal each other's boost, we just play a nice game of rotation versus boomers and see who can do it better. But now, it's way more bumps, way more plays off the ball, and that is proving to be a great strategy to play against teams who are just used to playing a more slow and careful style. That's a finish by Atomic that's helped along by Turinturo, but still nice win there by Envy at the end. They didn't look too uncomfortable while trying to secure this win. All goes back to that huge goal by Rels. I mean, that is just such a good solo play to make in a situation like this. Ridiculously impressive. Now, I did say that Rogue have the edge in the 2v2 here. I still think that's the case. Firstkiller and 2v2 are a very scary 2s team. Rels is going to be feeling pretty good after that first game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop off here. In 2s as well. Rels and Atomic against Firstkiller and Turinturo. Will Rogue respond? Will they start their dominance in the other game modes? I do think that's their win condition in this series. Just win the 2s, win the 1s, and then maybe they lose game 4, but they can probably pick a winning mode in game 5 to clutch it. I'll tell you what, that's not a good start for them. Rels just found a spot on the backboard that neither Firstkiller nor Turinturo were able to react to. And that's a good start for Envy. Good continuation of their already good start in the 3v3 round. This might be your favorite tournament today. I'm glad you think so, man. It's always a real big question mark as a content creator and tournament organizer when you try to add different things like this into the equation, like crew battles, like multiple game modes, like the ability for teams to play with more than 3 players in the roster. You never know how it's going to go until you see it happen, but I'm really happy with how today's gone so far. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm not just saying that because a huge amount of people tuned in. I'm just happy that we're getting good games and that everything's going smoothly, and it seems like, as a concept this works. So I couldn't be happier with how things are going, honestly. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, blown away by how many people are tuning in throughout the day. Obviously now we're at 3 in the morning for UK and 4 in the morning for Europe, so a lot of the viewers who were tuning in earlier are now sleeping. But shout out to all of you guys who are either waking up early somewhere like Australia, or staying up late in America or South America, wherever it is you're tuning in for, or staying up super late in Europe like me. Staying on the late shift. And look at this from Rogue. Firstkiller with the pinch clear. Turinturo turns it in. Look at Turinturo though. He's already made that run down line because he knew Firstkiller's about to make this pinch shot. If it's on target, I can bump the defender out the way, and that's a guaranteed goal. And then he realizes, wait, it's not on target, but it will be after I do this. And nice little equalizer there for Rogue. Oh dear. Okay, that was almost a disaster, but Turinturo's made a genius touch to somehow save this. Don't think he knew much about that one, but he somehow avoided own goaling. It's 10:10, well, like 10:10 p.m. I mean, in East Coast USA, yeah, you're fine. I mean, the reason this tournament is happening now is not for my benefit. I don't want to be streaming at 3. I don't want to be streaming at Qualifier at 3 in the morning. It's far from ideal for me. It's not the ideal hours for like viewership. The only reason we're doing it at this hour is because it's the best for North American players. It's the only hours that they can really all be playing at. Remember, West Coast is currently what, 7 p.m. Oh, big dunk by First. Turinturo and Firstkiller making some big plays in this game to come back. Firstkiller off the wall, pre-flips into a dunk. That is it, top corner to put them in front. C9 left apparently. Well, they've just had enough. They don't fancy the lower bracket run. FF from Cloud9. That's a shame. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were hoping to see Cloud9 make another lower bracket run. They are pretty well known for the lower bracket runs, of course, but is that what they didn't leave? Okay. Sorry, I read that. I misread, or I was debated. Don't believe chat. Well, come on. I'm just reading chat, bringing it up. I didn't confirm what's happening. I just said apparently they left, according to chat. But good to know that that is actually not true. So yeah, it would have been sad to hear. Baited. I did get baited. I'm not gonna lie, but that is the life of a Twitch streamer. You know, I've got to play all the roles here. Twitch streamer, TO, content creator. Like trying to be all those things is not easy. Being a tournament organizer while streaming it on Twitch is definitely far from easy. Oh, that's pretty close. Somehow Atomic knew that wasn't on target. Another on a nasty counter. Turinturo and First have both jumped up for this. But Turinturo with a pretty good recovery. What is Firstkiller doing though? Trying to assert his authority on the position, but had to do so by driving through Turinturo. Very unconventional strategies. Just a minute left though for Envy to come back in this game. Now, it's very important to note that because I do expect them to lose the 1v1, but oh, Rels, he's not done. And this is huge. Not only have Envy just equalized, but they equalize by Rels making a solo play on to Firstkiller. That's pretty important when they're probably going to be playing in the next round of this series. Envy attacking late in the game, but Firstkiller on the counter attack now. Rels is right there with him. So important that you ball chase on your recoveries and twos, or at least have somebody doing that so you don't just concede easy goals on the counter. Pretty much all the teams in this tournament know that 2v2 is a game mode where every team, you know, at least has experience, albeit not competitive in every case. Firstkiller reads the mind game, comes away with possession. He's coming in quick for the ceiling shot. Rels reads it. Perfect position, top corner. Atomic against Turinturo at the near post. Turinturo's in an awkward position. Atomic was trying to mind game everybody there. Demos Turinturo at the game. Rels versus Firstkiller, 1v1 again. Oh, Turinturo spawned near post. Rels off the bar. It's wide open for Atomic. Oh, Turinturo with a save though. Just as good as any that we've seen today. That is phenomenal stuff in defense from Rogue. They were absolutely on the ropes there. That would have been a 2-0 deficit. With Envy being in full control of the series, even by losing 2 1v1s, they'd still get to choose the matchup for Game 5. Whoever wins this game will have control. That is the way I see it, at least. Pre-flip from Atomic. Well, it goes pretty far back with Firstkiller as well, as far as I know. Very familiar with each other. You know, I expected Firstkiller and Turinturo to have more control in this matchup. Atomic and Rels have really brought their A-game to this series. You know, Rels trying to be that disruptor as usual. The guy who's so good at making the game difficult to play for his opponents. There's usually just 2 styles of Rocket League player. The ones who make it difficult for their opponents, and the ones who make it easy for their teammates. Rels is definitely the former. Beautiful control in the back corner though by Atomic. So fluid in his movement. Looking like NA Azrael there. Effortless in motion. Top corner, denied by the bar. Turinturo had an uncontested shot there. Now Rels is going to run ahead briefly for Atomic, but the pass was really wayward. Rels keeps it in the corner. Draws in the challenge. Perfectly happy taking a 50-50 in that position. Not afraid of any outcome. So every bounce is going to be good for Envy there. Except to bounce straight into the ceiling, perhaps. Turinturo challenged by Rels. Now Atomic. Patient play by him. That's composure to bring the ball down there. Delayed flick into the top shelf. Oh, what a shot by Atomic. But it all starts in defense. You know, to bring the ball down here, that was a huge read. That shows that he knows exactly how Firstkiller plays in these spots, because a lot of players in twos would have rushed a shot in that position that Firstkiller was in. But Atomic knew he wouldn't do that. Just took his time, got the ball under control, nailed the flick over two players. Now Envy have full control here. Even if they lose two 1v1s in a row to Rogue, which wouldn't surprise me, they can still pick the matchup for Game 5. Now, I don't know what they would choose, but based on how good they looked in the 3v3, I think maybe threes. Not sure what you guys think. Look at this Atomic subbing in. So this isn't new. I'm pretty sure Rels has been playing all the 1v1s for Envy today. Is this the first time that we've seen Atomic? Now, this is a matchup that I have seen before. While Firstkiller was on a crazy win streak for 1v1 series last year on my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel as well, he played Atomic in the middle of that, and Atomic had a competitive series. He lost, but it was definitely competitive. Oh, Firstkiller denied by the post. He won't be denied again, though. And Atomic at this one, he was kind of ruined no matter what happened. I mean, if it bounces in, you've conceded. If it bounces across the goal, good luck getting it clear with a good read. Firstkiller was so quick into position as well. Yeah, you gotta think it's gonna be two 1v1s in a row for Rogue. I can't see them picking any other game mode in this matchup when Firstkiller, I think, clearly has the advantage. You never know. I mean, guys, what has Firstkiller's other ones matches been today? I know he's won them all, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's had comfortable wins. Not Lion Blaze level of comfort in his wins. I swear though, there's just something up with Firstkiller's car. When he flips, his car goes faster than mine. He beat Taroko 6-5. Yeah, it was a close game with Taroko, that's true. But yeah, when I flip my car, when I front flip in this game, or diagonal flip, whatever flip to accelerate, I don't get as much acceleration as Firstkiller does, and I don't know how this is even possible because it's just flipping, right? But he does, it just looks like his car is getting more acceleration than anyone else. It doesn't make sense. Such a fast player, such a powerful player with his shots. Can't believe Squishy, you're tired to see that with backgrounds. Guys, stop trying to mold the C9 fans. Leave them alone. He's doing the speed flip, yeah, but still, have you seen the control this guy has? It's so clean. The speed flips are very difficult to do this well. Firstkiller just landing in reverse on this fake challenge. No big deal. Wasn't even so much a fake challenge as a fake 50-50, I guess. You know, if there's one thing that, or one player who's going to be able to go pretty toe-to-toe with Firstkiller mechanically, it's going to be Atomic. His mechanics are pretty insane as well. We saw that in the last game. He was playing very, very quickly. I mean, the only difficulty is trying to do that in a 1v1 against First. It's going to bring out some misplays. It's going to bring out some inconsistencies because you're going to be in positions that you're just not as familiar with. But, you know, so far, it's not a devastating loss for sure. And maybe this is Envy taking the same logic as Cloud9, sending out one player for the 1v1 against a player who's probably going to beat them, just so that your other player who's going to play after can learn something about the matchup. Now, I don't know if that's what Cloud9's logic was with sending Gimmick out first, but that could be what they're thinking. Not entirely sure what Atomic had in mind when he's just own goaled here. I mean, yeah, that's just an own goal, man. he's just flipped into the ball and put it straight into his own net. Really is no more analysis to be done there. Yeah, Firstkiller is expected to win this, and he is winning. It is as simple as that. Very few players can beat this guy. Even though he's not been putting anywhere near as much time into ones recently, he's still got that ones background. He's still got, oh my days, just insane control. What even is this play by Firstkiller? How do you come up with this? Like, at what point do you jump off the ceiling and think, yeah, let me just do a little 360 catch into flick, which is not going to be savable even remotely by my opponent. It's just insane what this guy can pull out of the bag. And I mean, this is what Rogue need right now. This is why they're expected to go deep in this tournament and perform well, is because Firstkiller is still just so hard to beat in 1v1s in NA. Atomic flies over the ball, avoiding the bump, and goes down by a 5th goal again. There's, you know, not many ways that you can attempt to save an air dribble bump. That's one of them that Atomic's gone for. He's trying to fly over the bump and then into the ball. More common is flying underneath the bump and into the ball, but when you've already pre-jumped that high, that's no longer a play that you can even think about doing. But something I've really not seen today that I would love to see more from these players who are trying to defend air dribble bumps is using their own goal to accelerate, like driving all the way into the back of your goal, out the top. That's proven in the past to be a pretty good counter to a lot of air dribble bumps. Now, obviously, if somebody accelerates to supersonic midair and they straight demo you out the air, then yeah, the in and out save isn't going to be very good because you're just going to get destroyed. How did Atomic have his flip there? I didn't even catch that. That's pretty ridiculous. Didn't work out too well, but did he land on the ceiling in this play? Didn't land on the ball, surely. But yeah, he didn't get the goal out of that, and it's looking like a pretty routine win for Firstkiller in this one. I would expect 1v1 to be picked by Rogue for the next game, and for Rels to be sent out by Envy to play it. Not sure if there's really any other play for Envy that makes sense. Obviously, like, even though Atomic is a very mechanically skilled player and he's very capable in the majority of one's positions, Firstkiller's just on another level. He's just able to put Atomic in positions that he can't handle and able to deal with whatever Atomic is throwing at him for the majority of the game. I like Atomic's attack here, though. This is a really nice line of play until he drove into the post, which is less effective. But hey, he's found a way through, so credit where it's due. You know, it wasn't the most efficient way to reach the goal, but beautiful 50-50 control to pull this one back one more goal. Looks like Firstkiller's kickoff's just going to be too strong for Atomic to really think about a realistic comeback, though. But what do you guys think? Is my assessment of this one accurate? Are you guys also expecting the Rogue 1v1 and the Rels being sent out to play him? Because that's what I think is going to happen. But I also think Firstkiller's going to win it either way. Arsenal beat Com. That's a pretty huge result for SSG, but it won't be that surprising for people who know that Arsenal has been a very consistent top 100 ones player, and usually in the high end of the top 100 for, you know, months now. Arsenal's been up there for ages. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that one's gonna hurt quite a lot as Atomic just panics. He saw exactly where Firstkiller was. Thought, oh, that's a shot coming in. Never mind, he just faked me. So F for Atomic. He's giving it a good go here. The Firstkiller, just too good, and he's looking impressive today in the ones. I did wonder, you know, when I saw that he only beat Taroko by 1 goal. Was it Taroko playing well or Firstkiller not playing up to the same level that we're used to? But it looks like it is just as a result Taroko playing well. Firstkiller looking very sharp today with his movement and extremely on point with his control. Positioning and kickoffs have been there as well. So what can you do if you're Atomic? You just don't have the experience to be able to be competitive in this matchup, it would seem. You know, maybe if he had more time in the game mode, I think definitely if he had more time in the game mode, he would be able to take a game off Firstkiller here and there. But you could tell Firstkiller just knows what to do in many positions, and Atomic doesn't. Nice little read there by Atomic. He's just going to smash one in. to finish this off. But that is the end of game 3. Rogue fighting back here. Why is this a 1v1? Because that is the format. 3v3, then 2v2, then 1v1. And now Rogue, because they are losing the series, will get to choose what the next matchup is going to be. And I, like most of my chat, expect Rogue to be running back the 1v1. I would be very surprised if they have any changes here. Any changes of plan. But let's wait and see. I mean, oh, my game's just gone into windowed. Why has it done that? Let me just change that. So Atomic's left the game. I expect Rels to be joining the game. Scripted. Please enable chat. No, I will not. I think that quick chat is far funnier than actual chat the majority of the time. We will get 100k viewers in the grand finals. Alright, server's time for maintenance. Let me just alright, let me just get another one up here. Why does my game keep alt entering into windowed mode? I don't understand that. Oh well. Firstkiller is saying join party match. That is accurate information. I make quality content. Keep it up. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Best RL turning them all. Wow, you guys are just far too kind today. I really appreciate the support of this stream. Hopefully you're enjoying it even late on into the night. I know I said this earlier. I'll say it again. I'm having to be a bit quieter than I was earlier, just because it is super late over here and I don't want to be yelling at the top of my lungs at 3:30 in the morning. It is actually just going to be Atomic again. Well, no Rels. No Rels here. That is interesting. Rels smack talked Chronic. It was super funny. I don't know. I just don't really want to encourage that because I feel like that is the only way. Like, enabling chat is probably the only way that something non-PG can appear on stream. So I'm not going to do it. This is obviously a Psyonix approved event. We had the esports button earlier. You guys understand that when that happens, when these things are in place, we can't have anything non-PG because Rocket League is E for everyone. We want to make sure that everybody can watch this. Oh, that's beautiful control. Look at the efficiency by Firstkiller in the air. Atomic wanted the boost. Firstkiller says, yeah, you can have that. I'm just going to take the ball and put it in your net. Perfect efficiency in the air. Perfect usage of the boost. What is the esports button? So, in the Rocket League main menu, above the shop and the play button, there's an esports button that can be turned on by Psyonix. And today they turned it on and it linked directly to my stream, which obviously then linked to the squad stream for all the Fusion tournament casters who were streaming matches. So yeah, huge support from Psyonix for not just our stream, but indirectly to the other streamers and the other casters who are casting this tournament as well. So yeah, we really appreciate them. That was a pretty nasty flick by Atomic there. Why is this being replayed? Okay, well, in this format, the way that it works is that the first game is 3v3, the second game is 2v2, the third game is 1v1, then the fourth game is the choice of the team, or the game mode of the fourth game is the choice of the team who are losing. Now Rogue were losing the series 2-1, and they obviously won the 1v1, so they picked 1v1 again, and it looks like Envy decided to just give Atomic a second go at it. He thinks he can beat Firstkiller's second try. I expected them to send out Rels, because Rels is also up there in the ones ranks right now, and I thought maybe he'd want to give it a go, see if he's got a better matchup against Firstkiller currently. But Envy have gone with Atomic again. They didn't have to. You can change what your 1v1 player is between games in a series. You can't do it mid-game, so obviously right now you aren't allowed to sub out your player and sub in another one. Unless, you know, in the main tournament, somebody DCs, we're unable to set up a pause and have that happen. But right now, that is not a thing that you can do in the qualifier. But yeah, the last game of the series will be the choice of Envy, because both teams will get one choice in a 5-game series. The team who are losing after game 3 get the choice in game 4, and the other team get the choice in game 5. You didn't realize that J-Russ from Divine is actually Chicken? Yeah, J-Russ is Chicken. He changed his name, he rebranded. Look at this, guys. Atomic's keeping this really competitive. I'm impressed that he's been able to turn this one around. And he's caught Firstkiller off guard numerous times already this game. He's got the advantage in this play as well. That is just a goal if Atomic plays this right. And he does. Atomic ahead against Firstkiller. And that is a beautiful touch. Look at that from Atomic as he pops the ball off the wall, recovers immediately for the open net shot. He's really turned this around in the kickoff department as well, starting to take control of the match from the center circle. If Atomic can score here, that would be insane. He's looking for the bump. Firstkiller can't get around him. Atomic's ahead by 2. That was a pretty tough one to stop. We're yet to see anyone try to drive in and out of the goal here to get a save on these air dribble bumps. Nobody's trying that strategy today, even though I really think that it is the one play that I've seen work a lot against air dribble bumps. And not just prevent them, but also immediately set up a counter attack. So it's like a huge play if you can pull it off. Firstkiller back within 1 here. Very strong kickoff on that one. Yeah, this is tricky now for Atomic because there's so long left in the game. And you got to think that as we progress here, Firstkiller is going to be the one who's more likely to hit a little spree of goals at one point. Can Atomic pop off? That is a real question that remains unanswered. Can he just start banging in goals? Break Firstkiller mentally, because it's not happening right now. Firstkiller looks like he's still very much there. He's still very much in this series, in this game. Beautiful placement on the ceiling shot. That was disgusting. Firstkiller's got a chance to go 1 ahead here. And he will. Takes his time with it. Knew he had time. Look at this scoreline. We're half the game in and we've seen 13 goals. This is just ridiculous. Oh, sorry. Did I say ceiling shot? Sorry, guys. It's getting a bit late. My mistake. It's getting a bit late here, but guessing for a while. I have been known to misspeak in the NA qualifier today. I promised in the EU qualifier I was much more on point. I guarantee it. In fact, if you want proof, come back for tomorrow's EU qualifier and I'll prove it. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll see you guys for both qualifiers tomorrow either way. The Firstkiller is starting to take control here. I mean, this is what I was worried about. Even if Atomic is playing a great game, scoring a lot of goals, it just seems like, well, especially in a high-scoring game like this, Firstkiller is more likely to be the one to start banging in goal after goal after goal. So hard as Atomic in this matchup to just get 3 or 4 goals in a row and get momentum really swinging in your favor. Firstkiller's like a brick wall at times. Stop skipping the replays. Sorry, bad habit, man, but I'm going to skip a lot of the replays. This isn't like 3v3 where you can watch every replay and still have a 6-minute game overall or 7 minutes. If you watch every replay in a 1v1 like this, you're probably going to have a 12-minute game, and yeah, we're not going to do that. So I'm going to skip a lot of the replays, but yeah, if I skip a really good replay, that's probably just a bad habit of mine. I do tend to skip replays because I know that, well, especially if both the players have skipped a replay, I'm more likely to skip it because I know that they want to just move on with the play. Yeah, of course, for a tournament like this, that's not necessary. They know that we're on a 1-hour time window here, so we've got time to watch some of the replays for sure. I'll try to not skip any of the bangers. I'm pretty good at not skipping mind games. I always remember to leave mind games on, so I have to see those. Oh, no way. Okay, Atomic. Don't know if he meant that one, but he's just got a flip reset bump here. Way low to the ground. Oh, I think, did he mean that? That might have been calculated. On the Firstkiller POV, that didn't look calculated at all, but watching it back from Atomic's POV, it looks a lot more calculated. What do you guys think? 1 for calculated, 2 for fluke. I'm leaning towards 1. That looked pretty on purpose. It's insane by Atomic. Firstkiller staying out of the line of attack here. You guys don't think it was? I don't know. I think it really could have been. Because the flip reset, I mean, actually flipping after landing a reset like that, a player like Atomic, he knows that is not going to hit the ball. If you flip reset on the ball completely underneath the ball and you flip, you're not hitting the ball. Atomic knows that. It looked like it was so obvious that he wasn't going to hit the ball. That's why I'm leaning a bit more towards the 1 than when I initially saw it on Firstkiller's POV. He definitely could have adapted after realizing that the bump wasn't going to work, or the shot wasn't going to work. Oh, okay, that's probably this game though. Atomic had one last opportunity there to shoot a wall shot into the open net, and he has missed it. So Firstkiller, I mean, as expected, going to be taking 2 1v1s in a row. for Rogue. Now the ball is back in Envy's court. What matchup are they going to choose? What do you guys think? 2 for 2v2, 3 for 3v3? Or if you're an absolute madman, type 1 for 1v1. There's no way they pick 1v1 here. They just lost 1v1 twice in a row. They're not doing it. I think they're going to pick 3v3, personally. That's my guess. Haven't been right about everything this series. I thought they were going to sub in Rels for this one, but they didn't. Okay, Kronovi's joined. I think that means that we have a 3v3 here, because the 2v2 would be Firstkiller enter into row. Ones for sure. Yeah, you guys are hilarious. Look at you all typing 1. Absolute madmen. Yeah, everybody's joining in. It's going to be 3v3 for the last game, guys. And what a fitting way for Rogue versus I almost said Atomic, for Rogue versus Envy to end. Chaos time 4v4. No, we're not going to have 4v4. That's when I think this tournament would have gotten a bit too ridiculous if we started adding things like 4v4, the extra game modes, Heat Seeker. And it would definitely be interesting. I don't think it would be a good idea though. I think it's better if we keep this to just regular Rocket League game modes. I've actually clicked ready up several times here, but the game isn't letting me ready up. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse cursor right now, but for some reason I can't ready up. Oh, it's because it's already 1 second. Maybe I misclicked it the first time. Throw them into ice hockey. Alright, we're waiting on Turin and Crow to join the party match. Just waiting on them to join in here. Looks like they've got the message. Why isn't there any solo standard games? What do you mean solo standard? How do you do solo standard in a tournament? I mean, I guess there are ways to do it, but in this format, no. I know you're joking, but interesting idea. Now, honestly, solo standard. I wish solo standard was replaced with solo 2s or literally anything else. Actually, any other game mode. I do not like solo standard. I hate that game mode. I've never had a game of solo standard and thought, man, that was a good game. I'm always looking for the BG quick chat when I play a solo standard game. Nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I've definitely had good games. I think everybody just plays 3s though. Nobody plays solo standard. Everybody just plays 3s. Oh, look at Turn 0 though. This is Envy's pick here, but Rogue are trying to make it difficult. That's a 3-touch air dribble, and it looks like Envy only saw 2 touches coming. Are Rogue going to get their revenge? Are they going to show that they're not just a team getting carried in this format by Firstkiller's 1v1 ability? I mean, I already know that's not the case, because 2v2 is very close. 3v3, obviously Rogue are going to be able to take a game if these guys play enough times. It could be this time. Is it going to be another comeback win for Envy? Envy did come back from behind, albeit just 1 goal, I think it was, to win the game 1 of this series, which was obviously 3v3. Oh dear, Atomic really out of position here, missed to the rescue. Atomic would have been the second player from Envy to get caught out of position, a bit too far forward off the goal line there. Should I be trashing Psionics? I'm not trashing them. Like, if Psionics want to keep solo center in the game, that's entirely up to them. Obviously, there's going to be lots of people with differing opinions. That's just my one. You don't have to sign a contract when you run a tournament like this saying that you agree with every single element of the game. I mean, I'm sure that there's lots of people who wish bumps would be removed. I know for a fact there's lots of people who want bumps to be removed from the game. I don't. I love bumps in demos. But, you know, is it wrong that people have the opinion that bumps should be removed? No, they can have that opinion. It's totally fine. You're allowed to have your own opinions in this space, guys. Removing bumps is just obviously a bad opinion, though. Let's be real for a second. You can have that opinion if you want. I really need to go and just record a bunch of Rocket League gameplay where I only try and bump and demo people, because you can just get the best reactions. It's comedy gold when you win a game with a bump play. Oh man, you just get the funniest responses in chat from the other team every single time. It's just absolute gold for content. I should get on that. I should really get on that. But we've got some pretty decent content right here, with Rogue trying to redeem themselves. Envy definitely had their number. in the last 1v1 they played. Oh dear, what is going on with the Envy defense? So once again, they are completely cut off their goal line. I don't know what is happening here, but yeah, they're just totally caught out of position. That is pretty insane that they've been caught like this. Twice, and I'd say even 3 times this game, I've seen an Envy player just way too far off the goal line and they're not able to respond to a hard clear, which has just gone into their net. Removing demos would make it skill-based. Not really. I think demos are great. I think having demos is skill-based. That's a pretty. I'm sorry. You can think that if you want, but I think it's a pretty funny take. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Envy better wake up here. Defensively, they've been pretty all over the place this game, and they have not had Rels pop off and score a insane goal to give them the lead, like they did in game 1. I mean, what are they going to do if they don't? If Rels doesn't do something surprising, what are they going to come back with? It's okay though. Rels is going to do something surprising, and unfortunately for Rogue, they're the ones getting surprised. Kurnovi faked out the play. Rels puts it underneath Firstkiller as well. But man, it's crazy how often he is the man who just comes out with something that nobody sees coming. Once again, Rels is the guy who pulls it out of the bag for Envy. And obviously this isn't a goal to put them in front, but it's the start of something perhaps. Turn touch lacking his second part of his name there. Envy are trying to keep control of the ball in the back corner, but Rogue really aren't falling for their tricks. They're hanging back, just waiting for Envy to make a move. Rogue are playing a very careful game here. They're not attacking at all, really. Look how far back they are with their second and third man on every single play. This might be the one moment that Rogue have taken the risk, though. Look how far forward they are all suddenly. That gives Envy a chance to hit them on the counter. There's a lot of space to work with here. Double touch sets up the open net for Atomic. And you know, right as I said it, Rogue suddenly moved forward with all members and they had nobody ready to prevent this play from developing. And we have got another Game 5 OT developing. Is it really going to happen? As Rogue, for the second time this series, just throw away a lead in 3v3. Maybe throws a bit of a strong word. Envy have absolutely had a huge hand in their own success here. Rogue had a bigger lead here than they did in game 1, and they have lost it, just like they did in game 1. Firstkiller at the back post, able to intercept this with a huge clear. Now for once, Envy are not caught too far off their goal line. Oh, it was almost a goal regardless though. Rels, not the strongest 50-50 there. Can Rogue get this into the ground? I don't think they want to. Turner's going to keep it up. Is that a good decision? Because now they're the ones under attack. It's going to go grounded anyway. Overtime game 5. Winner advances to the final stage of the tournament, commencing on Monday. Loser will have another shot tomorrow in the lower bracket. I feel like Envy are the team who are building towards something here. 2-goal comeback. Already won the 3v3 earlier. And that's a great chance. Turinturo hasn't got the best clear on it. It's back into the middle. Kurnobi in the way. That was the best chance of overtime so far by a mile. And it was Envy's. It was right there. They didn't have the timing. They weren't arriving at the right moment to put that across the line. Miss keeping this at the side of the field. Doesn't want to walk into a big dunk down the middle. Rogue are pretty spread apart here right now. There's a lot of gaps in the rotation for Envy to exploit. They're just trying to play the ball into space time and time again. Firstkiller, the only player with boost in the play. He's always able to pull a hard clear out of the bag to help his team when they're in danger. Turinturo doing likewise. Is this going to be a game that ends with a big play? Or is it going to be a big misplay? Definitely been plenty of each today. Kurnobi back pass to first. Boost steal from Mist. Firstkiller still has full control of the situation. Rels actually getting some help from Mist to clear that ball, but they didn't get it too far. Bump on the retreat from Mist. It's going to force the flip reset play to dissolve. You know, Rogue are getting a lot of success on the backboards here. That's a drop down just off target. Turreturo in off the bar. And Rogue clutch it in game 5. Check this out by Kronovi. Almost scored it directly from a crazy angle. And the bounce favored Turreturo. It just came straight out to him, and that's a brilliant shot. Perfect placement in off the bar. And it will be Rogue who advance through the winner bracket. Congratulations to them. But that's not the last we're going to see of Envy. Like I said, they are going to be back tomorrow for the lower bracket. Let's see, they're going to be playing against, well, somebody from this side of the bracket, which I haven't updated yet. Let me just refresh here. So it could be Cloud9, Charlotte Phoenix, Lukakari, Legion, Sonics, Jamal Jabari. One of those teams is going to be going through to play against Envy in the last round of that quadrant of the bracket.